Good evening, everyone, and welcome to my Facebook Live, Periscope, all those good things. And I just want to welcome you to tonight's call. My name is Chad Allen, and I am 41 years old. I have a family, I have a daughter, a beautiful, beautiful wife, and also I am a very successful family man because I have those beautiful wife and daughter. And also, I also am in business and I'm really excited about what I do and also how my family is being benefited from their uh, by their help and everything. So it's really great, and I'm really excited. So anyway, tonight's topic is about faith. For the last week, we have been discussing about how in leadership, how we have certain characteristics that really makes us into good leaders. And one of those is certainly being able to, it's really being able to have a persevering type faith. We're talking about faith. We're talking about you have to have a purpose in life. You have to be able to have good focus and many other things. So if you go to my blog, chatalent.pro, you'll see so many there as well. So there are 10 characteristics that we talked about, and each one of them uh, gave a particular focal point on the type of leadership that really makes you a great leader and really makes you into the type of person that not only those who are looking at you would be happy with, but also God would be happy with as well because you are putting your faith in the right areas. So, what kind of faith do you really have to have in order to be a very successful person? And these are certain questions that we all ask, right? And probably the biggest type of faith that we really need to have is we need to have a persevering type of faith. Besides our faith in God, and besides our faith um, in our family, we have to have that strong type of faith that really gives us the ability to fully go past where we are, to really look ahead and see the potentials that we have in each of us. So it's really amazing. It's really amazing to know that when we put our faith into work, great things began to happen. So, so how do we gain that perseverance type of faith? So I apologize. That's my daughter, by the way. She's so cute. How do we have a persevering type of faith? So we have to be able to be set in our of who we are. We need to know what our purpose is, what our identity is, what our uh, how we are going to act, how we're going to plan out something. We need to be able to know what our character is, and all of these things that encompass our ultimate faith in who we are and what we can become and what others can become as well. It's really how you are being able to look forward and how you're able to see the future versus seeing the problems that are facing before you. Because when you have a great persevering type of faith, that's that can really make you successful, then when a problem comes into play, you will not be able to really have, you will not be, in other words, you will not, I'm trying to think of the word, you will not be able to be stopped. And, it will not bother you at all. when a problem takes place. So every failure, if you choose to, you can learn from. It can lead you to success. Every failure that you have as an individual or as a business or as a mission or a church or a family, you should know that these failures are meant to teach you about who you are as a person and to make you stronger and more ready for success. Everything that you do as a person will dictate, right, your future. If you if you allow yourself to learn from it, then obviously you will be able to take that and to make you more successful because you learned from that mistake, and you will not take that mistake and do it again, right? But if you did do it again, then you have an opportunity to reset yourself. So, success is a journey of persevering faith and attainability of your dreams. So, we have to realize that as we proceed in our journey, as in our journey in our business or in our family life or in our mission, feel that we have to be able to understand that we are in a journey that will ultimately help us to our end goal in life, whatever that end goal in life is. So, if the moment that we say, we don't understand our journey anymore and understand who we are, it's the moment that we begin to break apart, right? So, persevering faith helps us to understand where we are going in the future, right? So, this is why that when we have this kind of faith, that leadership is being empowered by it. We're able to say, okay, we hit this hurdle, this happened, we're not hitting the goals like we once were, but I know for a fact that we are meant for this, and I know for a fact that we will be here in the very near future because that's where we belong. So when you're looking at yourself and you're seeing the problems that are taking hold, yeah, you have to fix the problems for sure, right? And you have to find different avenues for sure. But the difference between those who become successful and whatever they do versus those who are not is how they look at the situation at hand. One looks at the problem and they get scared and they have fear and they back out. The other one looks at what's going on and they look at the potential of what could be, and they continue to press forward regardless of the situation that is taking place. So we have to be able to know that the challenge that we have is how we are being built. God is giving us these challenges and these trials and these tribulations that we are going through as a way to build us for our next stage in life. So if we know that, then it becomes much easier to understand that the present now and the situations that we are in, the problems that we're having in our whatever is going on, is meant to teach us to become a better person, to be stronger in whatever we are, in order to be able to go to the next level in our life, and that oftentimes that next level in life is a higher mountain, right? But what happens if we take our persevering faith and we begin to chop it down and we begin to stop it from allowing ourselves to grow? We begin to complain so much, right? And we're like, whoa, woe is me, this is that, I can't believe this really happened to me, blah blah blah. But what's gonna happen? Well, obviously your journey in that particular phase of your life is going to continue until you stop doing what? you stop complaining and start seeing the future, until you stop blaming others, and just looking at yourself and say, you know what, this is what can I do to get out of this situation. So until we have the right type of perspective in our minds, uh, it becomes very difficult for us to move forward uh, with who we are, and with the our businesses and our family life. You know, especially the fathers, your success in life is also greatly dependent on your success in your family. Your success in your business, in your mission field, in your church, is greatly dependent on how you treat your wife. So, guys, treat your wife well, because that's also a biblical principle that you need to treat them well. And if you don't want your prayers to be hindered because you have a bad attitude toward your wife, and if you don't want your kids to become uh, something that you don't want them to become, then you need to spend time with them, and you need to guide them into becoming the kind of uh, men and women that you're wanting them to be. So, fathers, you really have a big job. You are the leaders of your family, right? So if you're a leader, you are a born leader. So you have to get your family straight before the successes of life really take hold. Because even if you have success in your life at the moment, if you don't have your success in your family, all that will completely fall apart. So really focus on your family, because that will help you also to continue to build your faith. And how we continue to build our faith is that we need to understand that we have to maintain our excellence, not perfection, but excellence, meaning that we are continually trying to improve our life on a daily basis, right? As long as we are continuing to improve, that is what really matters, right? So there are three components to excellence. We have to show competence in who we are. We have to have good character, and we have to have our spirituality. So these are all elements of having excellence, and elements that will help us to improve in our leadership skills, in our faith, and who we are as people. And this will help you in your family, and will also help you um, in your business or mission field. Another thing that we really should be doing is that we should really be meditating on and reflecting on uh, the things that we have become, the things that we are needing. All of these things are really important to us overall. So it's really important that we meditate and reflect on the things that could make us better as people. Meditation also means that we need to read our Bibles. So, read and meditate on the Word of God. Read the Bible. If we are wondering what God is wanting from us, we are always asking, Lord, what is your purpose? What are you wanting from me? Most of that stuff is actually found through examples in the Bible. If you're able to, when you read the Bible from front to back, you really begin to see how God works, and what God really wants you to. It's like having the moral compass in the Bible for us to follow. So these are certain things that we can really look at as we meditate. Meditate also on the mistakes that you made, so that you can learn from them and move on. Meditate on what helped you to become successful, and what works, so that you can continue to do those things that work. And you never give up. You never ever ever give up in your journey. The moment that you give up is the moment that you have complete failure, right? We're not perfect people. You're definitely not a perfect person, but if we strive for excellence, then it makes it easier for us to be more successful in life. And when I talk about success, by the way, I'm not just talking about success in business, although that is great. I'm not just talking about success in your mission field or your church, but I'm talking the greatest success of all is your family. And it's who you are. Those are the important elements. You know, if we're not able to take care of our families, then the rest is we will not be able to really proceed further in our life well. Yeah, we might be successful, but that will soon crumble, and we have to understand that. So another thing we have to do is that really to keep our petitions in prayer. We really have to ask for our daily guidance so that we can really be able to, when we step out, that we're really able to know that yes, this is it, or no, this is not. You know, one of the things about having faith is, you can have all this stuff. You can say, I want to be this, I want to be that. These are my goals. But until you actually take the first step, until you actually step out, and you will never know. You'll never know if that's where you are supposed to be. If you're praying to God and you're asking God to give you an answer in whether or not you should do a certain thing, sometimes God doesn't really answer that, does He? Sometimes He's silent. So, but how would you know if it's really what God wants you to do? Step out. Step out. Take the chance. Because from there, you will know if you're being held up or if it's something that God is really wanting you to do. So, those are some tips that I can really share with you when it comes to having a persevering type of faith. We just need to know that uh, one, we should never give up. We should always fight. We should meditate. We should always look to the potential future. We should always be willing to meditate and read the Bible, and we need to be willing to pray. We need to be willing to take the action steps and put ourselves forward and not be afraid. And if we are afraid, still take the step forward, because if you have fears of talking to people, fears of the unknown in the future, then you'll never know. You'll never be able to experience the life that God is really wanting you to have. So that's basically what I want to talk to you about, because I really believe that having a persevering faith is how you are empowered as a leader. It's also in the 10 steps to maximize leadership. So I highly suggest that you check that out on chadallen.pro. And that's my blog, so you'll really be able to get a lot of benefit from that, I believe, especially from those videos. Great videos to really learn about what it takes to be a great leader. A great leader. And also, comment below, say hi. If you have any issues with your faith, comment below and give us steps how you are going to correct that, so you can begin to have your success. And also, and if you have any questions about what I do as a business, feel free to comment below as well, and I will get back to you as soon as I can. And if you have any other types of questions, comment below as well. If this video helped you, or any of the videos I've done in the past helped you, go back to them or go to this one and share it with your friends. And I'll be really appreciative of that. And I'm really blessed that you have come here and was with me tonight. Even when the Nationals and Dodgers are playing, or the other Major League Baseball team is playing, or even if even if football is playing. I'm really happy that you chose to be with me, and I thank you for all of that. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Tomorrow is going to be a new chapter in what we do. No longer will we be talking about maximize leadership because that is complete now. Now we will be talking about something not completely different, but in the same lines of little bit of like leadership, but more going into now of how we can help you. So it could be, I'm not sure what it would be. It could either be how the tips on how to help you be stress free, or it could be how to love a woman, or it could be I mean it could be anything. So some nights would really be geared toward the men because I'm really big on men of integrity, and I really want to ensure that the men of today are well equipped to be the kind of leaders and the kind of men that God is calling us to be. Other days it's going to be a mixture between uh, who it's geared toward. So but we really try to keep it as uh, close to what we are already talking about as much as possible, but with a little bit of variation here and there every so often. So, yep, I thank you so much, and I'm glad that you were with me, and I'm glad that you really enjoyed the live call. Okay, take care. Bye bye. See you.